My therapist told me to get petty revenge on my abusive parents, so I did. Growing up, my dad was a textbook narcissist who controlled every detail of our lives. He would scream at me for breathing too loud or throw things if dinner was late. My mom never protected me. She just nodded along while he made my childhood a living hell. Even after I got married, he tried to demand that I get my husband in line for not agreeing with everything he said. We tried boundaries for years, but the final straw came when he looked me in the eye and said, "I meant to be abusive to you as a kid, and I'm not sorry about it." I immediately went no contact, blocking them and changing my address. However, I still carried years of built-up rage. My trauma therapist suggested that I find a small, healthy way to express my anger by minorly inconveniencing them. I remembered that my dad was obsessed with the spelling of his name. He would go ballistic if even one letter was off. I found a website that lists companies that send out free stickers, samples, and promotional materials. I signed him up for over 30 different things: adult diaper samples, diabetes supplies, and political stickers. For every single one, I used a slightly misspelled version of his name. If his name was David, I wrote David. I didn't hear anything for months because we weren't speaking. Then, about 10 months later, my aunt mentioned to my husband that my parents had suddenly moved. This was shocking because they are hoarders who had lived in the same spot for 15 years. They never move unless something drastic happens. I realized then that my plan worked. They lived in a complex with cluster mailboxes where everyone could see the mail. I pictured him going down every day, finding package after package addressed to David, getting more humiliated and frustrated as the weeks went by. Since they are hoarders, they likely kept every single piece of junk mail until the apartment was overflowing with it. I like to think he finally snapped and moved just to escape the mysterious, misspelled mail. The best part? Those companies likely sold his info, so the misspelled mail is probably following him to his new address. My therapist was actually proud of me for that one.